So we're going to see about the lateral side of the leg, that is the peroneal compartment of the leg. So it is having anteriorly by the anterior intermuscular septum, posteriorly it is bounded by posterior intermuscular septum, medially by the fibula's lateral surface, and laterally by the deep fascia. So in a compartment you have anterior boundary, posterior boundary by their respective intermuscular septum, and medially by the head of fibula, that is lateral surface of fibula, and laterally by the deep fascia. So what are the contents in the lateral compartment? You have several muscles like longus and the brevis of peroneus, or also called as the fibularis longus and brevis. Nerves, the superficial peroneal nerve, and the vessels are the, you have the peroneal arteries branches alone, not the totally, but only the branches supplying the lateral compartment or peroneal compartment. So now let us see about the each muscles and the nerve supply, but not the blood supply because it's just a branch. So peroneal muscles, as I told you, there are two muscles. One is peroneus longus, and another one is the peroneal brevis. Origin insertion I'll show you in a different picture, so they can get it very easily. So peroneus longus, origin and insertion. So Kinhab will produce you good picture. So from that you can see fibularis longus or peroneus longus is just the same only. So this is what it is given, and yes, we'll go on to this picture itself. If you can see in this picture, this is the peroneus longus. Okay, you can see the peroneus longus. This is the peroneus longus. From where to where you are seeing it? That means you are seeing it from this side to this side, right? So this is the peroneus longus muscle. From here to here you are going to see the peroneus longus. The origin is the head of the fibula. Okay, they'll be the lateral surface head of the fibula, and it get inserted at the first. This is the first metatarsal. Okay, at first metatarsal. Okay, on the lateral side, and medial cuneiform. Okay, what is the action? It is a foot everter, strong foot everter, and the plantar, and also it innervation by the superficial peroneal nerve. Now coming on to the original, we have head of fibula, and also in the lateral surface of the shaft of fibula there is a origin. Okay, the insertion is on the, as I told you, it's the first metatarsal. Okay, medial cuneiform on the lateral side of the first metatarsal bone. So the nerve supplies superficial peroneal nerve, and the action is aversion of the foot, and also the flexion, that is we call as the plantar flexion, will be there, maintaining the lateral longitudinal transverse arch. This is very important than the plantar flexion. Okay. Next we'll see about the plantaris, not plantaris, it's the peroneal brevis we'll see. Okay. So this is the peroneal brevis. You can see in this picture also, or this also is a good one only. Okay, but it's not that much clear picture. So let me show you. This is the peroneal brevis actually. Okay, you can see and their origin and their insertion also. Or else you can see in this picture peroneal brevis. This is the peroneal brevis. This is the longest and this is the brevis. So brevis, if you can see, it is in the inferior lateral surface of the fibula. Okay, and they get inserted into the fifth metatarsal bone. Okay, and it's everter. It is a strong everter and superficial peroneal nerve. So coming back to the original part, so you have the peroneal brevis. You can see them in the same but lower one third of the lateral shaft of fibula, but that is the upper two third, not one third, upper two third you should write. So and also you can see them originating from the anterior and the posterior intermuscular septa. So those are the boundaries of this lateral compartment, as I told you. So here also origin you have to see. Insertion on the fifth metatarsal base. That is the first metatarsal. This is the fifth metatarsal base. They are going to insert it. Superficial peroneal nerve is an innervation of peroneus brevis and eviter of the foot. Okay, right. So once the muscles have been completed, you should know about the nerve supply, which is the superficial peroneal nerve. Okay, that is the important thing you have to know. So you have as such for every nerve we have the origin, origin, course, okay, and what is the relation, what are the branches, and what is the termination. Okay, that is you have a superficial peroneal nerve. So let me show you some image of that, then you can understand it very easily. So superficial peroneal nerve, I'll give it with an explanation. So you can see in this picture, okay, the superficial peroneal nerve. Okay, right. So let us start the superficial peroneal nerve right now, having this picture on the side. So superficial peroneal nerve, if you can see, you have its origination. Okay, so it is a main nerve in the lateral compartment that you should know very well, and the origin of that is in the small terminal branch of common peroneal nerve. So common peroneal nerve will get divided into superficial and deep peroneal nerve. So this is a small terminal branch and its root value is L5S1, lumbar and sacroplexus, and ventral primary rami of the spinal cord. Ventral primary rami. Okay, so it begins at the lateral side of the neck of fibula. So coming with the picture, I'll show you. So you have the common peroneal nerve dividing into superficial and the deep peroneal nerve. So this is the fibula actually. There's a bone called fibula bone. The neck of the fibula will be there will be an arisal, okay, of the superficial peroneal nerve. This is the origin, which is very important in the MCQ part, and it runs with the peroneal muscles, and then it becomes the superficial at the junction of upper two-third and the lower one-third of the leg. So it becomes a cutaneous. So it will just move on between the two muscles. So peroneus longus muscle. This is the peroneus longus muscle, and this is the peroneus brevis muscles. Within the peroneus longus, it's not shown. Brevis is not shown here. Between the peroneus longus and brevis, it moves on, and it is going to enter into the and it becomes a cutaneous in the deep fascia, the upper two third and the lower one third junction. So let us see that very clearly in the relations. So in the relations, you will find it very easily. We start on the lateral side of the neck of fibula. It begins and it cover up the upper fibers of peroneal longus. It descends through the substance of peroneus longus, and in the middle one third, so upper one third it will be at the peroneus longus, and in the middle one third it first descends the peroneus longus and brevis muscle. It reaches the anterior compartment or border of the peroneus brevis and then descends in the groove between the peroneus brevis and the extensor digitorum longus. So